In this video, I'm going to show how to solve a quadratic equation using the quadratic formula. Okay, let's do that for this quadratic equation here. X squared plus 5x plus 6 equals 0. So first we need to identify what a, b, and c are. A is what is in front of x squared, which is 1. B is what's in front of x, which is 5. C is your constant term, which is 6. All right, so let's go ahead and plug these values in. X equals negative b, b is 5, plus or minus the square root of 5 squared minus 4 times a times c, which is 6. This is all over 2 times a, which is 1. All right, so then let's continue simplifying this. X equals negative 5 plus or minus the square root of 5 squared, which is 25, minus 4 times 1 times 6, which is minus 24. This is all over 2. So x equals negative 5 plus or minus square root of 25 minus 24 is 1 all over 2. So then we have x equals negative 5 plus or minus square root of 1 is just 1 all over 2. So we got two answers here, negative 5 plus 1 over 2 and negative 5 minus 1 over 2. Negative 5 plus 1 is negative 4, that's over 2, and negative 5 minus 1 is negative 6, that's over 2. So then we get x equals negative 2, negative 3. So those are your two answers. Let's try another problem. Okay, for this equation, we've got x squared plus 6x plus 1 equals 0, right? So our a is 1, our b is 6, and c is 1. All right, so let's plug into the equation. X equals negative b, b is 6, plus or minus the square root of 6 squared minus 4 times a is 1, c is also 1. This is all over 2 times a is 1. All right, let's simplify this. X is negative 6 plus or minus the square root of 6 squared, which is 36, minus 4 times 1, that's 4, and that is all over 2. So we have x equals negative 6 plus or minus square root of 32 all over 2. All right, now we can't take the square root of 32 like we could like square root of 36, but what we can do is we can factor 32 so that we're able to take out part of that square root. So we can rewrite 32 as 16 times 2. So we have x equals negative 6 plus or minus. Now we're going to replace our 32 with 16 times 2 all over 2. We're going to take the square root of 16. That comes out as a 4. And I'll show that in this next step here. X equals negative 6 plus or minus square root of 16 is 4. And then the 2 stays underneath the square root. That is all over 2. So then we have x equals negative 6 plus or minus 4 square root of 2 all over 2. Okay, so we can break this up into negative 6 over 2 plus or minus 4 square root of 2 all over 2. Negative 6 over 2 is negative 3. And then 4 divided by 2 is 2. Then you still have the square root of 2 there. So this right here is your answer. And this right here is just shorthand notation for x equals negative 3 plus 2 square root of 2, as well as negative 3 minus 2 square root of 2. Thanks for watching.